Here's what nobody's talking about, the No Kings protest that happened this weekend. Of course, we had over 2,000 people protesting across the country. Even 20 different countries around the world joined us. But we also had 5 to 10 million people in those protests, which count for a very large amount of people because here's the thing. There's a saying, there's a study, should I say, in Harvard that says if 3.5 million of any country protests, the regime or the administration's in trouble. They're going to resign. They did a study on it in Harvard. Right now, that counts for 4.7% that happened this weekend. We're up in arms. And the thing I think that nobody's talking about the most that I want to go into that I think has been great. Yeah, the police I know they've had some rough moments where they've, pushed people around and shot rubber bullets and done some bad things. But then there've also been some really cool laid back things they've done. But here's a group that I wanted to point out and highlight, not the police, that was even better than the police and that was integral to having 99% peaceful protests. And it's called the safety leaders. The safety leaders in the organization de-escalated many, many, many potential fallouts that could have happened with the police across the nation. Big shout out to the safety experts. When I said to everybody is if you're going to go protest out there, remember what I said, stick to the team leaders and stick to the core people who are there. If there's any violence that breaks out, don't try to talk to anybody unless you know them personally. Step away from them. There was some perfect examples of that this weekend where people didn't step away quick enough, and they either got involved in the violence trying to get away or not moving fast enough, or they got harmed, really bad, or for that matter, they got in trouble with the police when they weren't doing anything. Police just went and swooped them up. You got to step away from it. But one of the best things, other than the advice I've given, is the safety people, which I totally forgot about. They do have safety people in these groups who's designed for one core reason: de-escalate. So when the protesters were getting ready to fall out with the police, when the police were about to get a little more aggressive, the safety teams in all of these protests kept the peace, kept it peaceful, walked through it. You got my utmost respect for that. And I think that we need more of that. We have more of that, it's going to be okay. It's not going to get out of control. We're not going to have violence. And thank God. Thank God for them. And I think that now they have a blueprint. Now that they've had this big one, and I'm sure they'll have more big ones coming, but in between that, they're going to have little bitty ones. How do I know that? Because the very next day after that protest, there were people protesting outside my building downtown here. So I got woke up to it. What do we want it now? Who do we want? I'm like, dang, what happened? TV's pretty loud. No, seriously. It happened, and I thought to myself, oh, well, okay. It's all right. It's all right. But all that to say, hey, I think that as long as we take this blueprint and break it down into little pieces, we're going to win. And the blueprint is build some great events, make them positive, have proponents in there to keep the peace, and make sure that we record it and make sure that those who aren't even in it, make the videos go viral. That's what we got to do. We got to keep the virality going because we won this weekend. We won, and we got to continue to win because the truth is with Trump, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Hey, are you still listening this far? Of course, you want to subscribe to my channel, but here's the thing. I got 3 groups you can join. The YouTube channel, I suggest you join the Diamond group because you can see my exclusive members only content here. And then if you really want to get stuff off the record, really the deep, deep stuff I can't even say on social media, join my Clarity group. There's a link in the descriptions for all of that, but there's also a link on the homepage. And finally, if you're trying to get some money, listen, I haven't worked a job in 20 years because I didn't expect to get my Social Security. I just worked on building a bag, and you can do the same thing. How much money? About $1,000 to $3,000 inside of the first 3-4 months if you really hustling and working hard like me. What are you doing? You're giving your opinion, your thoughts. It ain't even politics unless you want it. If you don't want to do politics, that's fine. It can be anything that you have knowledge, skills, talent, experience in, and I help you find that out. You got it. It's just a matter of you marketing it online and going hard with it. If you're interested in any of that stuff, you can go, links in my description, go to my homepage. It'll be the 2 links in there. Or if you're talking about joining the YouTube membership, go to the homepage, the home page of the channel, and then just go under memberships, okay? Thank you for being here this long. God bless you.